Keep your tickets for inspection at all times. Thank you. You are on the light blue route. You are approaching a security check. Please have your tickets and bags ready for inspection.
Shinobi vlog. I wasn't going to do a vlog today, but I'm at the Pope, so I thought I'd better. The last time I was here was 1979, and it's a little bit different. There's less people. I am a little bit late, but as you can see, there's not too many people here. So I'm going to try and catch a little bit of the atmosphere of the place, see who's here. And I think there's a protest down in town, so I'm going to bounce down to that and get the reaction down there. Just both sides of the coin. But yeah, it's a long ass walk. Walked about 2k already. I'm still a good ways from the Papal Cross. Right, let's do it.
Pedimos perdón por todos los abusos cometidos en diversos tipos de instituciones dirigidas por religiosos y religiosas.
So many young women and men were subjected to. We ask forgiveness.
Pedimos perdón por las veces.
We ask forgiveness for the times that, as a church, we did not show the survivors of whatever kind of abuse compassion and the seeking of justice and truth through concrete actions. We ask for forgiveness.
I don't know what to make of that. It wasn't that full really. A lot of people up the front, but near the back it was pretty staggered out. Pope was asking for forgiveness. It's like well, it is an abusive relationship. The whole system's rotten. Shows today. Nobody showed up. So now I'm going to bounce into town and see Max at the protest.
I believe in humanity. I want to see them help the country. I want to see them help go before the public forum and help them account and try and hide behind God then. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see anything other than that. That's the way we deal with the mafia. That's the way we deal with terrorism. That's the way we deal with Al-Qaeda. That's the way we deal with the situation. No matter how good or bad. If an insane person commits a crime, he must go before the court.
Do it like a verse. Come on, people.
And the courts determine whether that person's insane.
Do it like a verse. I've already had one.
This is what needs to happen.
Get
And if you could, guys, thank you so much. We're now going to embark on a silent march towards Sean McDermott Street. And if you would turn around slowly and head that way, it is a silent march.
I'm getting bubble gum. Just be careful, there's going to be a lot of people walking, so just hold on to the buggy, okay?
Instead I do it, but anyway.
That was an interesting day. I wasn't too sure what the day was going to be like. I decided I'd go and see the Pope. Not to see the Pope, but just to see who was there. Because I'd been at the last one in '79 when I was a kid. And I remember that day pretty vividly. The day was not like this or like that. And then I just wanted to go and observe and then head down to the protest. Meet a good friend of mine, Max, down there. And see what that was like, and just see the both sides of the coin without trying to judge or just to observe. The at the papal cross, it was it was scattered. I mean, there wasn't much of a crowd. You were assigned a particular area, you know, like a corral, and because people were almost like sheep, they just went into the corral they were meant to be in, and there could be 4 or 5 people. And 10 and so on, and as you got closer to the cross it got a little bit more full, but it wasn't packed. It was a sprawl, and no one asked me for a ticket. I just walked all the way up as close to the front as I could get. A lot of the people there, from what I saw, weren't Irish, and that's not to say they were just late to the party. I mean, if you grew up here, you would have been either you would have come across the dogma of Catholicism, maybe through the schools, or maybe through, you know, marriage or unwanted pregnancies and all the other things that went on. The Pope was asking for forgiveness of this and forgiveness of that, and it's almost like, well, it is like an abusive relationship. How long do you stay in the abusive relationship while your husband still hits you, and then he tells you he's not going to do it again, and then he does it again, and then he apologises? And I found it a little bit like that. And then at some stage you get the kids together and you leave, and I think there's an Irish race, that's what's happened. Just had enough. Then I jumped on the bike, flew into town. All the roads were blocked off, both sides of the quays. And I went to the Garden of Remembrance, and this was a different type of a gathering of people that were on the fringes of society, mainly dictated that way by the church. So people that have always had problems with the church, people that have had babies taken away, people that were gay, victims of the regime. And there was a lot of emotion at that. I found there was no emotion in the park. It was just a gathering. Whereas this other one, there was a little bit of a purpose to it. And then they did a silent protest down to the laundry of the sisters of the Magdalene sisters. Yeah, it was the nuns that used to run these laundries. So what they used to do was, if you were an unmarried mother, it was a sin, a mortal sin. So you'd be in purgatory for your entire, when you died, for ever and ever and ever. And purgatory was this place where it was between heaven and hell. They don't have it anymore. It just vanished. So I don't know what happened to everyone that was in it. You just stay there for all of eternity, and maybe you might get judged later on. But that was purgatory. And what they did was, if you were a girl that got pregnant, they'd send you to the laundry, the sisters' run, and you would work there and you would stay there, and then people would think you were in England working. You just vanish, and then after you had the baby, they'd take the baby off you and they'd give the baby up for adoption. You'd be sent back to wherever the hell you came from. And yeah, I mean, I think apologising for stuff like that's just not enough. So that was it for the day. I mean, it's not much of a interesting vlog, but it's more of an observation. I think between the last visit and this visit, the society has changed on numerous levels, but on levels where people got together and realised that probably isn't a place for the church anymore here. It's done. So, I mean, you can say all you want, you can say you're sorry, but at the end of the day, it's really about actions, not about words. Oh, that was it. So, on that note, I'm on a podcast. Paddy Hewlin does a podcast in SPJD Dublin 24. So I've been at him to get me on it, so I wanted to waffle on. And the reason why I did was a couple of things. Was sometimes it's good to tell you a story because you never know what's going to happen. And I just wanted to talk about a few things that I've done in life and have it down. So we broke the 2-hour record. So hopefully you enjoy that. I'll leave a link in the description. So that's it for today. We'll be doing some vlogs with McGregor Fast. Obviously we're getting ready for the fight camp. That's where I'm in Dublin. And I'll probably throw a few together in Vegas. So till the next one, #Rafter.